According to a Harvard Business Review study, individuals who actively construct and understand their career stories are more likely to be satisfied in their careers and get even higher and better results. Let's see how. It must be about asking the right questions to get the right answers. Let's go. And hello, hello, good evening, good evening. Welcome to the Quantum Leadership Hacks podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Nebila. In today's episode, we will explore three questions to better understand your career storyline. You are going to ask me, but what does my career storyline have to do with this? Where is it going to impact my career? Well, the narrative that we create about our career significantly impacts our professional trajectory, and it is crucial to revisit and refine this storyline to align it with our goals and aspirations. So today I am going to go three questions that are so important and so good in helping you explore what is your storyline and how to take a charge of it. Because once you understand it, you will be able to co-construct it. Are you ready? So as I mentioned in the intro, let's say who is in here with me today. Yeah, good evening, good evening. Hello, hello, everyone. Whether you are catching this live or in the broadcast, I welcome you all to the Quantum Career Hacks episode. And today we are talking about how your career storyline is impacting actually your whole career, your future trajectory in your career. So, as I mentioned in the intro to this, first of all, for those who do not know me, we did not get the chance to meet or to know a little bit about me. My name is Dr. Nebila, and I am the CEO of Transformative Consulting, where our main objective is to transform minds. I work specifically with high profile career women in the GCC who would love to take their career to the next level up, but somehow we are stuck in the how do I do it? I've been working very hard, but this is as far as I can get by myself. Well, in at Transformative Consulting, we provide you with resources to optimize your career path, scale up your results, and be part of the bigger picture, the bigger vision and leadership. Good evening, good evening. Hiya. Hello, how are you doing? So today I'm looking, so this is not about me, this is about you. So let me get back into the three questions that I have for you today in terms of understanding your career storyline and why it's important to understand your career storyline in order to be able to shape it, in order to be able to make the necessary tweaks when necessary, in order to pivot into a new career lane or a career industry if you feel like the general context or the general conditions or the world direction is heading towards. It's like with money. I mean, with your career, you have to be all the time, be on the lookout, be aware, and ask the right questions in order to put yourself right in front of where the abundance in careers, where the abundance in opportunities that come to you. So these questions will help you delineate what is the story you've been telling yourself about your career, and it may be that it is going to help you understand, why have I been experiencing the same story in my career, like I'm attracting the micromanager boss, or I'm attracting an opportunity and in no time it disappears. People call me on the first the first time, we go on a first interview, and then you never hear back about them. People tell me about these stories all the time. Like they say, Dr. Nabila, I always attract a narcissistic person in, at work, and it makes my life difficult. It could be the boss, it could be a colleague, it could be somebody, wherever it is, and it impacts your career trajectory. Now, here are here is the first question that you have to ask yourself about your career, and it's very, very important that we ask them, and that you journal on them. I really, really encourage you to journal on them, because when you put down your thoughts on paper, things try to start to make sense. You start connecting the dots, as Steve Jobs says. You connect the dots backward. So let's dive into our first question, and in my experience, the most impactful question that is getting reflected in the opportunities in careers you get, it's getting reflected in the amount of salary you get, it's getting reflected in how far you can go into leadership. It's this particular question, which is question number one. Good evening, Mr. Badr Al Hajri. Hello, hello. Good evening, good evening. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. So do not hesitate to drop me your questions if you have ones. Today we are talking about the career storyline, meaning the story of your career, and how is it impacting not only your current situation but also your future career trajectory. And to me, question number one is so important, which is, what is the story that I've been hearing in my childhood? Like when I think about career, what are the elements of a career that I keep remembering? What are the flashes from childhood do you remember? Oftentimes we build a career around the beliefs we have about the career. For example, an example, from my own case, is like, as far as I remember, as a kid, is dad coming back home at the end of the day, tired and exhausted, and then he would take his dinner or anything, sit in front of the television, and then I clearly remember him saying to my mom, God bless their heart, at this point in time, I'm tired. I'm tired. So there is a belief in me that I continue to hold for many, 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 many years, including, all the way to where I became university professor. And as assistant professor, even working 9 hours per week, I would always feel kind of end of the day, I'm going back home and I feel like saying I'm tired. And it goes like when I ask also some people, including my students, and I say, how was your day? And they say hectic. And it doesn't seem hectic. It's just a belief they have, that they are highly celebrating themselves by saying, I had a hectic day, which in to a certain extent means I did a good job, or I'm celebrating how I'm showing up for my job, and so on and so forth. So, what are the beliefs you have about career from childhood? So, for me, it's the paycheck at the end of the month. We usually call this generation of kids who've been exposed to that money from the career comes only at the end of the month. It's a paycheck that's at the end of the month. And paycheck children most of the time end up also paycheck adults. This is how important your beliefs about how careers are made and how careers. So do you believe that somebody to earn their money, they need to work from 9 to 5 or from 8 to 4? Or do you believe that, is that a belief? So dig deep into your belief, and find out. So for my students and my clients who, for example, were in a 9 to 5 job, and they aspire to have their own business, and they are ready with the business idea, and they are ready with the plan, and they are ready with the money, but in their head it's oh my god, what if I don't succeed? What if da da da? And they think in order to work on a successful business, they have to spend the whole day in the business. And when I start telling them, you can spend 2 hours at work and that's it, you don't have to be spending the whole day in business, they get shocked, because it's against um, like a belief they have that they have to stay extensive hours at work in order to earn their money. Now, talking about earning your money, do you believe that to be paid for your career, you have to give in return a certain amount of hours of your day? Do you believe that? Let me see your answers. Yalla, come on in. Let me see. Let me see your answers. Where are your answers, everyone? Okay. Let me see. So, beliefs that could be limiting you in your current career can actually come from childhood programming, like you believe you have to spend the whole day at work, or you believe that you have to earn the money. Whereas, you know, whereas some people do not have to give the dear hours of their day. Sometimes, especially as you go up in leadership, it becomes more of a matter of impact than of hours spent in an office. Would you agree? Mr. Badr, Haya, VM, can you please react to this? Would you agree that, it's not about the amount of hours you spent at work, it's about impact? Would you agree? Yeah. Right, right. So those are some of the questions that you need to ask yourself, which are, what are my beliefs about how to build a successful career? So what is stopping you to build a successful career? The storyline could be, I have to give hours of my day to deserve the career. Like I have to earn money. It has to do with a paycheck at the end of the month, and so on and so forth. Right, excellent. So that was the first question. Now, the second question. So, the question one. So, question one is, what are my beliefs? Can you please write it down? Question one, what are my beliefs? Ragad As-Salaimi, hello. So, question number one that you need to ask yourself, in order to build an amazing career trajectory, is to look back and delineate or find out exactly what are the beliefs that are currently um, leading or controlling or influencing your career decisions. What I mean is that the beliefs you have from childhood and as you are growing up about how careers are earned, whether it's a paycheck at the end of the month, whether it's I have to give X amount of hours, in order to get a good career, or whether it's the paycheck is never enough, or whether it's I guarantee you, if you dig deep, you are going to find that there are at least a number two, three, four limiting beliefs, what we call paradigms about careers in general. And those limiting beliefs that are residing in the subconscious part of your mind, they are controlling every future decision you are making about your career. So the sooner you decipher them, the sooner you find them, the sooner you unpack them, the sooner you change them, and you unwire the old beliefs and let it go, and then wire in new beliefs about careers, the sooner and the bigger the jump into your next career level is going to be. Ragad, would you agree? Good evening, good evening. Hello, hello. How are you? Right, now let's dive into our second question, actually. So the first one is, what are your deeply seated beliefs from the past you have about your career? So think about, what do I remember about careers from my early years? And number two, who are the career figures in my childhood and as I'm growing up? Could be a parent, it could be someone who has a career, and you have him or her as a model. I think you got the question. You got the picture. Now, the second question that we want to dive in is, what are the pivotal moments in your career so far? What I mean by this is that it's very important to identify the key moments in your career so far. So if you've been like 4 years, 5 years, 7 years in career, I want you to reflect back on those 7 years in your career. What are the pivotal moments in your career? For example, you say, in these three careers I had in the past, I was every time dealing with a micromanager as a boss. I had a micromanager who was not making my life easy. Or you can say, every time in the careers that I had, they promised that they are going to upgrade me. And when I'm during the interview, the company or the department, they promised that they are going to interview me, they're going to upgrade me after, let's say, a year or so, but it doesn't materialize. And some people tell me it's happened three times, Dr. Nabila, where I am promised an upgrade and then it doesn't happen. Why is that? And here again, I ask you to dig deep into your beliefs, into, especially this time around, about the belief whether you think you are worthy of that upgrade or not. Not on an intellectual level, but on a deep subconscious level. Because when you identify these key moments, it helps you recognize the patterns and the turning points that have shaped your professional journey. So, according to a study made by LinkedIn, professionals who can articulate their career milestones, like you say, oh, in this first job I managed to da da da, and in the second job I was able to da da da, and in the third job, when you are able to clearly delineate the milestones that you've achieved in your career, according to this LinkedIn study, so people who can delineate their career milestones, they are 70% more likely to achieve their long-term goals. So if you can, in 2 minutes, describe to me what happened in your career in a very concise, in a very thoughtful way, I guarantee you there is 70% chance that you are going to achieve your long-term career goal. So reflecting on these moments, reflecting on your own career trajectory and the milestones will help you understand not only your career, but it will also drive you. It will drive you, it will challenge you into reflecting on what you've overcome in order to arrive here, and how these experiences can inform your future decisions. So, do you get it? So, how do you describe your career journey to others? So, the first question is, what are the beliefs about career that you are holding at a subconscious level? And question number two, how do you describe your career journey to uh, actually, the second question is, what are the pivotal moments in your career so far? What happened in your career so far? Can you, in 2 minutes, clearly articulate what happened in your career? What are the milestones you achieved and the challenges you overcome? So that's question number two. Question number three, think about you are having a discussion with a friend, somebody you can really be comfortable with, and remember or recall, how did you describe your career journey to her? So the third question, it's about how you articulate, how you speak about your career journey to others. Sometimes I get amazing ladies who say, my whole career trajectory has been a roller coaster. With every. So, the way, the language you use to describe your career journey, do you use a lot of hectic, a lot of challenges, a lot of obstacles, a lot of roller coaster, a lot of I hate my job. The other day, a lady was telling me, Dr. Nabila, I hate those, almost 1 hour and a half, time where I'm stuck in the heavy traffic of Riyadh to get to my work, which I can do from my computer at home. She says, I can do a better job and more productive work by working from home, but they don't allow me to work from home. And as a result, I spend 1 hour and a half frustrated to get to work and 1 hour and a half frustrated to come back to work. So get this, the way you describe your career journey is going to reproduce it, is going to replicate it. What do we say? We say, where attention goes, energy flows. You are actually breathing energy in all of these aspects, in all of these facets in your career. So the way we talk about our career can influence not only how others perceive us, like if by the water cooler or the coffee corner, and you are venting and you vent about the boss and you vent about this and that. Be careful, because the way we talk about our career and the stakeholders involved in it, this can actually influence not only how other people perceive us, but also as a negative person or as unsupportive, whatever it is, whatever your language is indicating. But it also indicates and tells them about, and this is very, 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 very important, it tells them about how we perceive ourselves. So it tells us how we perceive ourselves. So think, ladies, think, gentlemen, how do you want to be perceived at work? What kind of people do you want to be in connection with. Um, so, narrative psychology suggests that the stories we tell about our lives can significantly impact our self identity and motivation. When we frame our career journey in a positive light, focusing on growth and learning, we are more likely to stay motivated. We are more likely to be perceived as motivated. We are more likely to what? Attract better opportunities for our career. Amazing. Where are you, everyone? Where's everyone doing? Where are my comments and my likes? Where are? Keep me going. Do you want a bonus question? Do you want a bonus question? That's going to help you journal on this so as you get a good understanding of your career storyline. Who wants a bonus question that I can ask you and that's going to enlighten you? That's going to give you, more, so to speak, food for thought. So far we've done 3 questions, but I have a bonus question. Who would like to hear the bonus question that's going to help you better delineate your career journey or your career path or your career trajectory? Okay. I'm going to give it to you anyway. So, what do you want? So, this is a very, very good question to journal on, which is going to define your career storyline. It's what do you want the next chapter of your career story to be? What do you want the next chapter of your career story to be? So, if your life and your career is a movie, if your career and it is, our lives are, each one of us is going through their own movie in life. So, what is the plot of your future career? Do you want? You want a success story or whatever it is that you want? Because we become what we think about all day long. So, what do you want the next chapter of your career story to be? Is it going to be an absolutely amazing success, a high leadership position, and so on and so forth? So, this forward looking question encourages us to set clear, intentional goals because you are taking deliberate focus into the future. And according to a study by the Journal of Vocational Behavior, individuals who set specific career goals and visualize their future career narratives are 33% more likely to achieve career advancement and satisfaction. Imagine you are putting 1/3, statistically, just by setting your goals and setting your intentions, you are putting 33% already on your side, right? So it's about being proactive in shaping your career path rather than being reactive to circumstances, conditions, the boss, the economy, and so on and so forth. Does it make sense, everyone? Does it make sense? Where's everyone? Does it make sense? So, understanding and revisiting our career stories and shaping our storyline is not just about remembering the past, or it's a strategic tool for career advancement and development. And by asking ourselves these 3 questions plus the bonus question, we can gain clarity, align our actions with our goals. Remember, we talked about this in a previous session, which is on praxis. And it helps us navigate our career path with confidence and purpose. Now, remember, the story you tell to yourself about your career is so powerful. It can either limit you or propel you to your aspirations. Let's see. Are there any questions or comments in here? Right. Okay. Rian says yes. So awesome. Awesome. So thank you everyone for joining me on the Quantum Leadership Hacks. I hope today's episode has inspired you to take a closer look at your career narrative and use it as a tool for growth and success. Now, stay tuned every Monday at 7 p.m. KSA, every Monday at 7 p.m. KSA for more episodes on the Quantum Leadership Hacks with me, your host, Dr. Nebila Diab, where we continue to explore insights and strategies for effective career and leadership development. Until next time, keep crafting your story with intention and purpose and follow up with inspired action. Thank you, everyone. Have a blessed day. And if you want to get on a strategy call, a free strategy call with me, I'm opening a few slots here. Hashtag or hashtag call or DM me call, hashtag call. Either send me a DM if you don't want this in the chat here, or just in the chat, hashtag call, and we can set up a call where I'll walk you step by step on the strategy you need to have for your career to get the results you want to get sooner rather than later. How about that? So a career strategy with me. We are opening a few slots in here. So either DM me hashtag call or drop in the chat hashtag call, and we will get back to you with a free strategy call. Have a great evening, everyone. Bye bye, and stay blessed.